Let's summarize what we should have learned from 626, 27, and 28. So starting with 626, we had a drummer. He ordered 3 pies from a bakery, and each pie is cut up into 1/8 size slices. He wants to know if he's got enough for his band members. So how many pieces of pie is he going to have? You're supposed first to draw a picture. I'd assume your picture looks something like this. He ordered 3 pies. Each one was divided into 8. Ta-da! Now I can just count them. Or I could go 8 plus 8 plus 8 for 24 total pieces of pie. Okay? Now I'm supposed to do it with number sentences. And I'm supposed to use a bunch. See how many I can come up with. Well, I just did one, right? I did 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 24. That's a number sentence. I could just do 3 pies times 8 pieces a piece would be 24. But here's the one they asked you to have one with division. What if I took those 3 pies and I divided them into 1/8 size slices? That's what this problem is, right? 3 divided into 1/8 size. That would tell me how many pieces I got, right? That's a number sentence using division. 3 pies divided up into 8 size slices would give me 24 slices. Now, if you said 24 divided by 8 is 3, or 24 divided by 3 is 8, you're not wrong, not at all. But that assumes you already know how many pieces were made. This tells me how many pieces were made. So that's the difference. So that's an important one. Make sure if you didn't write that one down, you write it down now. 3 divided by 1/8 size slices is 24. Okay. Then finally, part C is if there's 12 people at the party, how many will each one get? Well, each person would get 2 pieces, right? And I could color in, there's person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4. I'm just using different coloring methods to show off each of the 2 pieces. But we know 24 divided by 12 would be 2. Okay, moving on. Into 6-27. Sarah made 3 pies. Her boss, Glenda, says that's only 1/8 of the number that we need for the day. So how many does the bakery need? Well, if she has 3, there's my 3 pies, and this right here is 1/8 of what they need. That would mean that I need 8 times as many, right? So I would have to do this. There's 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6, 7, 8/8. Whew! I finally drew enough pies. So to do that, I did 3 times 8, and I get 24 pies again. I could also do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? Until I get to the 24, because that's what I did. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So that's an option. Again, they asked you to use a division problem. Well, if I took those 3 pies and I said, oh, that's only 1/8. If I divide that by, hey, that's 1/8 of what I need, that would get my 24 pies again. You can think of that because the 3 is divided up into 1/8 of the group. There it is. That's 1/8 of the group. I've put those into that group. Just like with normal division, I could take 5 pieces of candy and divide it up into 2 groups. I would section off and put pieces into each group, right? Same thing here, except the group size was 1/8 of what was needed. So it just happens to be a fraction. When I do it, my answer is 24. Interesting how that equation showed up in both 26 and 27. Because question 6-28 was to compare them. How are they similar? They're similar because we got to use lots of the same equations. 3 times 8. Repeated addition. 3 divided by 1/8. All of the answers were 24. But they were different because of what they represented. In 6-27, we were dividing up a whole into little chunks, into literal slices of pie. So our answer was the number of slices. In 6-27, it was different. It was almost the opposite. We were told we have 1/8 of what we need. So we weren't doing slices anymore. We were doing whole pies. So they just represented different things. That's the only difference between them. But the number sentences were the same. Use that idea to help you out with 6-29, which is here. I'll give you a little hint here to start. So it looks really long, but it's not that bad. What they want you to do is represent these different questions in lots of different ways. They want you to write a question. So they've given you an example. Number sentences, and they've given you examples. A diagram, and they've given you examples. And the answer in words, and they gave you an example. So I suggest putting it into a chart like this, filling in each of those 4 sections for B, C, and D. So here they are, B, C, and D. And notice how they've just given the blanks. So you need to put that question here into number sentences, diagrams, and then give us the answer. All right? That is it. Adios.